You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you...
Okay guys, future Cindy here. We are back from Aventura / Miami. And also we went from 36 hours to ending up adding a night to our stay because we were having so much fun. So I just want to recap you. First of all, thanks for watching all the fun little clips and whatnot of the resort. Wasn't the JW Marriott, like, it was kind of a surprise. We wanted to stay there because it was the one closest to the mall, but those rooms, those junior suites were so good. And I'm so glad I have that room number tracked because that's the one I'm going to request for all my guests going forward. So again, it was, we didn't show pictures of the kids' room because they are too messy. They're teenagers, but they were both junior suites. And this is the difference of like working with a certified travel professional, right? Same room, same category, same price. One room was very nice. The other room was exceptional, right? It was way bigger. The bathroom was double the size. It had a corner view. It was just gorgeous. So of course, as a travel professional, now that I know that, I'm sharing that with my network. And of course, booking that particular room on any floor, I can book. I know that that particular corner in that room is best. So guys, again, reminder, that's why you always use a certified travel professional, because if you know, you know. But what I really want to talk about today is I want to give you guys a quick little like unboxing of some of the fun stuff that we did, because we want to share some just like little luxury moments here on the channel. And first of all, let me say my favorite thing is this lingerie tote bag. So if you know, you know. First of all, if you've been to Paris, you probably know, like, the thing in Paris to do is like to have like a casual tote, like you fit in a little bit with the locals a little bit more. Also, I've heard that if you do have like a fancy handbag or want to not look like a tourist, you just get one of these and put your stuff inside. So I love that. But I love this color, as I'm sure you guys know. And we were supposed to go to Paris this summer, but it got delayed until next year. So when I found out there was a lingerie at the Aventura Mall, I was so excited. So that was like the first thing I bought, which came in so handy because I ended up going to the pool and I was like, I forgot my beach bag. I never forget my beach bag, but I had my handy dandy tote. So I'm loving this. I'm going to use it like every day when I'm going to dropping the kids to school, doing all the stuff. So I love that. But I have some other treasures in here I want to share. So let's start with, actually, let me put this down here so it's a little easier. Let's start with, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but Ladrock? I don't know. You can correct me in comments if I don't pronounce it right. But have you guys tried this chocolate? So when I was researching, I was like, oh, they have like bricks of chocolate and they break them off. And when you go in, also they let you sample like whatever you want. So that was really cool. We actually got there on a Friday, which we found out later from a couple of the merchants. Friday's actually one of the lower days attendance wise at the mall. That surprised me. So another good tip as we're going here. But I already got some chocolate for the family. So these I actually purchased for my parents. I'm going to visit them in a couple weeks in Michigan. And my mom, that one's from my stepdad. My mom used to buy this chocolate. Maybe you remember, it was like Russell Stover's like coconut clusters. I think they're called coconut clusters. I don't think they make them anymore. And so she's like, she used to buy them a box at a time and she would eat them super slow, have like one a night. You guys, this tastes it's even better because it's Swiss chocolate and it has coconut on the front, but it also has, I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to see with the yeah, there you go. You can see it has like a layer of coconut inside. So when I got a piece of this for myself, probably like about that size, that I took home to the hotel and I was like, it was like my childhood. You know that moment in the Ratatouille movie where it's like, oh, it was like my childhood when my mom would like share one with me. So I'm going to freeze this for about a week or so until we go, and I'm going to bring that for her. And then one of their best sellers I got for my stepdad Jerry, who I call my dad as well. Dad's gonna love this, right? It's hazelnut, and this is delicious. So if you're going, I would say definitely stop there, sample a few things. And the kids, I bought one of those little sample things, and I'm like, oh, I'll bring this home and I'll show it on my video. It was like a sample thing with like 14 different like little squares. The kids ate it all. I have two 15-year-old boys, so that did not make it home. But I'm going to hide these. I'm going to probably, do you guys know the trick where you like put it in a box of vegetables or fish sticks or something so my boys will not find grandma and grandpa's chocolate? So we were doing a lot of shopping for the school kids, so I didn't go like crazy shopping. I'm trying to be really budget conscious anyway, but I did come across from Kurt Geiger these cute sunglasses, and I've never bought anything from Kurt Geiger before. First of all, I kind of love this little, because it's soft and like, I don't know, it feels like goat skin. I don't know, it feels really nice, but I don't like a hard sunglasses case, because I feel like I can't stuff as much stuff in my purse. So I love the little case, first of all, but look at these glasses. They're so cute. And it has like his little signature icon on the side. So we got some new sunnies. So I love these. And just by show of hands, when you guys get new sunglasses, do you have your prescription put in them? Sometimes I do. If I wear I need a couple pairs where, in case I'm wearing contacts, I can just wear them without. But I usually take them to Lens Crafters and have them put my prescription in. So anyway, I would love to know if you guys do that too, or am I just a little extra, which is completely possible. So that was a fun little one for me. Let me show you the other stuff from Lingerie that I got, because I forgot. So first of all, Lingerie is known for their macaroons. Look at this box. So isn't that beautiful? What a great gift for clients if my travel entrepreneurs are following along, or just for yourself. So cute. Now I would love to open this box and show you all of the delicious cookies inside, except for the teenagers have also, this is completely empty. Teenagers I got two, and I think there were like 16 in the box, so they are completely gone. But I brought this box home. I'm gonna brush out the little crumbs, and I just love how this looks. Wouldn't this look perfect in my office? So I feel like the box is a vibe, and we will definitely be recycling that and using it somewhere. And then the other thing I got from Lingerie, I wasn't sure if I was gonna get this because I'm so into like, you know, I don't need another coffee mug, but I just thought it was so cute. And isn't that adorable? It has the branding, and I don't ever drink a big coffee, so I hate like those giant coffee mugs. This is the perfect size for me. So if I am on the go for a coffee, this is 100% my new mug. It's just so cute. It looks, and it's fashioned after, I think, what their paper cups look like in Paris. So I just think that is so cute, and it has the Paris written right on there. So I'm in love with everything I got from Lingerie. That was just like my little fun kind of bonus shop. Now, last but not least, I did stop by one of the luxury houses. Again, my focus was shopping for the kids, but I have been looking for this little, I know they don't call it Twilly at Dior, they call it something else, but I'm going to call it Twilly because that's what I like to call it. I found this Twilly I've been looking for. It is just these gorgeous flowers, but what I like about it, I love floral stuff anyway, but what I love about it doesn't obviously match with this, is I just did my color analysis, and it kind of matches my colors better. So a lot of times Dior will have like those springy pinks or pastels, and that just isn't the type of colors I'm supposed to be wearing. I mean, I know you can break the rules, but I just thought this was so cute. So I'm going to use this either to tie on my bag, my suitcase, and also I like to wear these as headbands. And also recently I have like the mini Moors from like the little scarf tie where you can tie it this way, and I think those are so cute too. So we'll have some creative ways to use that in the future, but that was my little splurge while we were shopping. Now I will say, to give you guys kind of some insight, Aventura has depending on, you know, how you guys like to shop, it definitely has some luxury things. Like there's an Hermes, there is a Dior that's being built, but it's not open yet. There's also Tiffany. There's no Chanel. There was a Chanel like fragrance, which we stopped in. I just looked at some of their nail polishes and whatnot, and that was super cute, but there's not an actual Chanel store. And there were a couple other places that I thought would be there that weren't, but they have other things like Prada. So anyway, they have like a good mix. I'll say it's a good mix because of course my kids, they're shopping at like, all the places they like to shop at, and they had all of those too. So it was a good mix for the family for sure. If you're looking for more of luxury high-end shopping, or if you're one of my travel entrepreneurs that follows the channel and you're really curating something that's for your VIP clients, you want to send them to the Bal Harbor shops. It's only about 15 minutes from Aventura. It's more in the Miami area. They have delightful places where you can have lunch. In fact, my husband and I had dinner there. It was amazing. It was delicious. I had the best crab louis. It was so good. And they had fresh guacamole. Anyway, the meal was amazing. Had every major like designer you could think of. So they did have not only did they have a Chanel over there, they had a huge Chanel boutique. It had the cosmetic area, and then it had ready to wear. It had all the bags, all the things. It was maybe the biggest Chanel. In fact, you know what? The SA told me they are classified as an XXL store, which means they're one of the largest Chanels. And I was like, wow, how did I not know this? But anyway, it was phenomenal. It was lovely. We didn't buy anything, but we had a nice little tour around and kind of looked at the latest collection. That was a ton of fun. They even had a Loro Piana, which was really nice because we don't have a ton of those here we don't have any of them here in the Orlando area. And I don't know if there's any more in Florida. They had that. And then of course they have Saks Fifth Avenue. They had a Prada. They had a Chloe. They had everything, guys. Anything you could think of that's really that high-end luxury. You're going to spend some bucks at this one. You know what they didn't have though? They didn't have an Hermes. So I would say you actually have to go to Aventura for the Hermes, or maybe there's an Hermes somewhere else in Miami. I'm sure that there is, but I found that very interesting. Like they had everything. It was like they had stores I had only heard of in Europe before, and brands I had only heard of in Europe that they had in the shops there at the harbor. So that was really kind of fun to just walk. We just did a lot of walking around and had a nice little date night, and then we had dinner. So just a little tip for you there. But I hope you guys enjoyed traveling along with us and seeing a little bit of the behind the scenes of what we do when we travel. And tell me, would you try the Brightline? We had such a great time on Brightline going back and forth, made our travel super, super easy. And I'm curious to know, would you use that as a travel way to travel throughout Florida? I highly recommend that you do, but I'm curious to hear you guys' opinions. So guys, wherever you are, I wish you so much love and abundance. I'll see you on the next one.
Suitcase packed, world on my side, luxury, live, enjoy is my guide.